Beloved beings of light, welcome to this space of deep reflection. Today, we are going to talk about the challenges of spiritual awakening. Those difficult moments that arise when you begin to see the world in a different way. When you wake up from a deep sleep, while everyone around you is still immersed in their own illusions. This process is transformative, but it is not easy. And if you have felt this journey in your heart, know that you are not alone. The first major challenge that arises upon awakening is feeling like an outsider, as if you no longer belong to the life you once knew. Perhaps you have noticed that the things that once excited you, trivial conversations, materialism, small gossip, now seem empty and meaningless. You begin to see through the illusions of the world, and this creates a sense of disconnection from the people around you. Those who once seemed so close to you now appear to be on a different level, living in a world that no longer makes sense to you. This feeling of being different can be profoundly lonely. You might even start to wonder, am I going crazy? What is happening to me? Old friends may not understand you. Your family may think you have changed too much, and this can generate enormous frustration, especially when you try to explain, but no one seems to listen. But here is something very important for you to understand. Feeling like an outsider is not a negative thing. It is a sign that you are evolving beyond society's expectations and standards. Many great spiritual masters and philosophers have gone through this same feeling of isolation on their journey of awakening. This is natural. The secret is to find your soul tribe. You don't need to change who you are to fit in. On the contrary, you must seek those who, like you, are in tune with this new way of seeing the world. Until you find your true spiritual community, use this time of solitude to your advantage. Solitude, when lived consciously, is not a curse, but an opportunity. It is the perfect moment to connect deeply with yourself, to understand your true essence, and to cultivate inner peace. When you find peace within yourself, the desire for external validation disappears, and you naturally begin to attract the right people into your life. Spiritual awakening brings many revelations, but it also requires courage to change, to evolve. Let the pain of initial disconnection be just a sign that something much greater is coming, and that you are on the right path to discovering who you truly are. As we move forward on the awakening journey, we face another great challenge: the pain of letting go. When consciousness begins to expand, you realize that many aspects of your life need to be released. This includes beliefs, relationships, and habits that, although they have been a part of your story, no longer serve your growth. This process can be immensely painful because it involves letting go of old patterns, of what was comfortable but now limits you. You begin to notice that some friendships, no matter how valuable they were in the past, no longer contribute to your well-being. You may have to distance yourself from people who drain your energy or who no longer share your vision of life. Toxic relationships can be one of the hardest things to leave behind, especially when they involve those you love. But it is important to remember that letting go is not losing. It is creating space for something better. By releasing what no longer resonates with your life purpose, you make room for new experiences, new people, and a new understanding of yourself. Beyond relationships, many habits and behavioral patterns also start to lose meaning. What once was an escape, such as excessive use of social media or empty entertainment, no longer fills the internal void. You begin to realize that old life goals, such as seeking status or approval, are no longer your priority. What once seemed essential now loses its shine. At first, this can cause a certain feeling of loss, as if you were giving up something important. But in reality, You are simply opening your eyes to what truly matters: peace, authenticity, and genuine connection with yourself and others. This process of releasing what no longer serves is an act of purification, a cleansing of your inner being. Although this phase is uncomfortable, it is an opportunity to grow in alignment with your true self. By letting go, you come closer to your essence, and each step in this direction brings you closer to peace and fulfillment. And remember, the universe never takes something from you without giving something in return. Every time you leave something behind, something more meaningful and aligned with your soul enters your life. The pain of letting go is temporary, but the benefits of living a life more aligned with your truth are immense. The important thing is to trust the process, even when it seems difficult. As you move forward on this path, you will realize that what you are gaining is far more valuable than what you are leaving behind. Authenticity, true inner peace, and connection with your life mission begin to take shape. And over time, you will see that everything you released was merely preparation for the more complete person you are becoming. Spiritual awakening, with all its wonders and challenges, inevitably leads us to a point of increasing responsibility. As our consciousness expands, we begin to perceive deeper truths about the world around us, truths that were once hidden but now reveal themselves clearly and relentlessly. With this comes a great responsibility. Once you see the truth, you can no longer ignore it, and this can be challenging. We begin to see the unconscious patterns that govern society, how fear is used to control people, how we are conditioned from childhood to follow a narrative without questioning, and how suffering is often an internal creation fueled by limiting beliefs. This new vision can be destabilizing, as we realize that many of the things we considered normal or inevitable are, in fact, human constructs that keep us away from our true nature. This generates immense discomfort, a sense of powerlessness, because you begin to perceive the magnitude of the invisible chains that imprison humanity. This is a moment of great challenge, because you want to share with others the truth you now see. You want to wake people up, show them what you have discovered, make them see what was once hidden. But here is the great lesson of awakening. Not everyone is ready to hear. Not everyone has the same capacity or willingness to see reality in a raw and unfiltered way. This can be frustrating, especially when we see so much suffering around us and we feel that we have the answer, but no one wants to listen. However, it is important to understand that awakening cannot be forced. Each person is on their own path and at their own pace. Instead of trying to awaken others, the key is to live your truth. By embracing your own evolution, by showing through your actions, attitudes, and energy what is possible when living authentically and in alignment with the soul's purpose, you become a beacon. Your presence, your inner peace, and your way of being naturally inspire those who are ready to follow the same path. When you dedicate yourself to embodying the truth you have discovered within yourself, without trying to impose it on others, you create a wave of transformation that, little by little, will touch those around you. The responsibility of consciousness is not a burden, but an opportunity to be an example of change. Finally, remember, spiritual awakening is an individual journey, but not a lonely one. You are not alone on this path. The difficulties you face, isolation, frustration, loneliness, are temporary. They are part of the transformation process. And when you need it most, you will find the souls who vibrate at the same frequency as you. These connections will be deep, real, and healing. Until then, continue on your path with confidence and courage, knowing that each step is a contribution to the creation of a more conscious and enlightened world. Now, share your experience with us. How is your awakening journey going? What challenges have you faced? Let's support each other in this transformation process. Leave your comment below, share your experiences, and subscribe to continue this journey together. We are all on the same path of spiritual expansion.